Hey, welcome back to Lymphedema Diaries. I'm Lee. It's good to see you again. Hopefully, you've subscribed. Now, today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I learned I have lymphedema. Actually, I've had it for many, many, many years, and I had no clue. It started when I would take a bath and I would kind of prop my feet up on the end of the bathtub and I would look at my two ankles. And I noticed that consistently, my left ankle was more swollen than my right. My right might also have been swollen, but the left was consistently more swollen than the right, sometimes quite a bit. I went to a number of doctors. I asked them what was going on. We thought maybe it was cardiovascular related, that my heart was causing that type of swelling or edema, as it's called. But no, I have some calcification, but it's on the outside of my arteries, and nothing was really happening to cause that. So doctors would just shrug their shoulders and say, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they'd give me a diuretic. Maybe they'd give me some exercises to do. Nothing helped. Okay, fast forward. I have severe spinal stenosis, and I was going to physical therapy for my spinal stenosis. It was pool water therapy, and it was in a slightly heated therapy pool. After getting out one day, I was drying myself off. Actually, I was drying myself a little rougher than I should have because I didn't know what I was doing. Kind of exfoliating, with the towel. And I looked down at my left arm, and it had turned beet red, and it had these little pop-up things all over. If you look up photos of what cellulitis looks like, that's what I was looking at. I had it on my left arm, very pronounced. I also had it on my right arm, not as pronounced as the left, but it was there. Went to the doctor. I ended up on 2 bouts of antibiotics before we were able to clear it up. And that's when I started doing a lot of research. Interestingly, anytime I have figured out what's wrong with my body, I have a lot of it. I have lymphedema, as you know. I also have Sjogren's disease. I have other autoimmune issues. I have IBS. I have severe gluten intolerance. The list goes on and on. And any time I have received a diagnosis, it's almost always been that I've had to go out and research it myself. I figured out this is what I need to ask the doctor. Went into the doctor and said, could you please test me for this or have someone test me for this? And sure enough, I would get to the other side of it. Well, in this case, the cellulitis led me to learning more about lymphedema. Now, as you may or may not know, lymphedema compromises your lymphatic system. And when your lymph system isn't working, it makes you far more prone to cellulitis, which is a bacterial infection of your skin. And it can get quite nasty if left untreated. Now, remember, I'm not a doctor, so anything that I talk about here, make sure you look it up or ask your doctor about it. This is not medical advice. But sepsis can form when you have lymphedema. It can really become a life-threatening infection. So it needs to be taken care of right away. And sure enough, I found out that lymphedema and cellulitis kind of have a connection. So I went to my primary care and I said to him, please, please, would you test me for lymphedema? I think that the cellulitis might be coming from that. And the swelling in my ankles that I have at that point had gotten a lot worse. It had been maybe 4 or 5 months, and I noticed that my ankle swelling was getting a little bit worse week by week, and I had no idea why. Well, it was the lymphedema. And as I said in the introductory episode, um, I have stage 2 lymphedema on one side, stage 1 on the right side. So I live in Las Cruces, New Mexico, USA. I'm about 6 hours away from Phoenix, Arizona. My doctor referred me to the Mayo Clinic. And that's where I went to get my diagnosis. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the tests that I had and how that went in the next episode. But that is what caused me to wonder, huh, what I have be lymphedema? And sure enough, it was. If you have swelling and you have no idea what's causing it, where it's coming from, no one's been able to tell you what it is or why, please look into lymphedema, research it, ask your primary care about it, maybe ask to be tested for it. You might have similar issues. Also, people that have had cancer treatments and any lymph nodes removed in cancer surgery are prone to lymphedema. It's a different type of lymphedema if that's how you get it. It's called stage 2, but the treatments are pretty much the same. Again, I'm going to say again what I asked for in my first video to this show, and that is let me know about you. Let me know the types of things you'd like to see answered, the type of camaraderie and community you'd like to find here. What questions do you have that you'd like to see answered? What do you wish you knew more about? What do you know about that other people might want to know? Put it in the comments below. I will look for them. Believe me, I read every comment. And come back soon because in next week's episode, I will be talking about how I was tested for lymphedema, how that went, and a rather surprising, kind of annoying thing that happened to me afterwards. Take care.